Oh, we live. I said. Oh, we live. I'm just asking the question. I asked. Oh, we live. Where's my camera at? All right, we just got to hit deactivate and then hit activate. And there we are. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Minister Brother Derrick Show. Let's get it. Oh, I got to turn the light on. Hold on. Let's go ahead and get started. And that's what I said. It's really hard to be a Christian in 2001. Yes, it is. Everybody seems to have a double standard. And we don't get no respect in the world. We are considered weak. We are considered strong. We are considered dumb for believing in the book. But yet, these will have no moral. And you see what a road is. We get no credit. So, this is for those robbing. Let's get it. Every day I dance for food and Lord. What I'm thinking, like an extension cord. I walk about a prophet as long as my name is in the book of life. Let my light shine. Let it broadcast worldwide. I let Jesus be my guide. And if he let me live another day, I'll continue to come to the people and say, stop being selfish, stop saying it, stop to God, and start winning. I roll with the Lord who is in control. Heaven is my goal, this earth is the first level. I help my fellow man deal with the devil. He's a liar, he's a fraud, his desire is to keep me away from my God. The most people I come off as righteous, but if different, I might just do a few of the things that God can't stand his ground on. Every day, I've been reborn, I've been hit with many opportunities. I cannot remain in unity with the Holy Father. Sometimes I wonder, is it worth the bother? I remain devout, but it feels like I'm missing out. Most other people that I meet who lie, steal and cheat, seem content while Christians like me, all time is spent struggling. It should be the other way around. I'm not complaining, but I need to tell someone who's living it up to give it up when they're posting high. Doing right is a headache. There's got to be a better road to take. You know, I've been around between Jesus and Satan. I know the follow me. I'm not debating about what I'm waiting for. Satan is winning the battle, but God is winning the war. Shine, let it broadcast worldwide. I let Jesus be my guide, and if he lets me live another day, I'll continue to come to the people and say, stop being selfish, stop saying that, come to God, and start winning. I roll with the Lord, he is in control, in the heaven is my goal, this earth is the first level. I help my fellow man deal with the devil. He's a liar, he's a fraud, his desire is to keep me away from my God. Come on with that. There's a struggle every day to stay on course. I'm behind the enemy line, so I use the word of God as my force, my resource. The devil can play his mind in, but he can't hurt me right now. That's the first thing. Right. He tries to distract me physically, financially, but these things don't mean that to me. I turn my back to me. It's not easy. It's infinite to be greedy. So always move what we can't have. No material giving nothing to me. Hey, don't make me laugh. Appealing to a event with a difference is all show. Cause both of these things will take me where I got to go. But if I cheat or steal, then I lose my perfection. To a house for a lecture, to be under the direction of a sick demon. Whose goal is to own my soul. No thanks. I roll with the Lord who is in control. Every day I think I let Jesus be my God, and if he let me live another day, I continue to come to the people and say, stop being selfish, stop sinning. Come to God and start winning. Minister Brother Derrick. Let's get it. Welcome to the Minister Brother Derrick Show, and I am Minister Brother Derrick. I just want to say that I love Jesus, and that's the title of this song. you're missing out. If you're not born
Hey, son, I'm sorry to hear that.
Your body wasn't made to last. Your time comes, it will be reduced to ash. Your flesh will rot, but your life will not. You know your soul will go on forever, so you better realize that you need God, or you will be surprised by the pain of a flame that never goes out. The pits of hell, where the heat swells up, that will release. Not for a moment of peace, but agony and pride never cease. There's someone in the background singing, burn, baby, burn. This isn't normal. Burn, baby, burn. I'm a walking inferno. But seriously though, this will happen. If Jesus comes back and finds you down, no one knows the time of day. But if you follow the word, it won't matter anyway. Because in heaven, no one will ever be sick or shed a tear. So in this realm, I show no fear. What you gonna do? Kill me? Make me a martyr? Give me a head start? Put me on the fast track? So keep nagging, keep stacking, keep on shacking up. But get caught napping in Jesus. And I just want to say, I love you, Jesus. Follow you wherever you lead us. I love you, Jesus. Don't let that devil deceive us. I love you, Jesus. I love you, Jesus. If you think that witnessing to your neighbors is weird, think of foreign countries with statues of idols up in the air. Nations of people who don't know God. Only biblical concepts like a Alabama. I love you, Jesus. Most Americans believe in one Lord, one superior being. Christians love you, Jesus. But we spend our time fulfilling the desires of our flesh. We won't give Jesus our best effort, but we ask for blessings that we don't deserve. And you wonder why our prayers are not heard. In church, you put down those you really admire. You know you have a desire to make that easy money, drive the fancy car, feel like a star. When you get to the bars or clubs, deep down your spirit isn't for God or his ways. So why should anybody listen to a darn thing you say? I love you, Jesus. Follow you wherever you lead us. I love you, Jesus. Wouldn't go a day without him. Don't let the devil deceive us. I love you, Jesus. We'll follow you wherever you lead us. Let the Holy Spirit lead us. I need you, and I love you. I love you, Jesus. All right, y'all, let's get it. Let's get to the Bible study. The minister, Brother Derrick. Yo, let's get it.
All righty, y'all, and let's get it. Welcome to the minister, Brother Derrick Show. You know, I've been through a lot. We ain't been on the past couple nights. Those of y'all that were with me years ago, 2018, y'all know that I moved from downstairs to upstairs to get air conditioning. Y'all know that, right? Those of y'all that were here. It's biting me in the butt now. Because then I got a mobility scooter and I got to take it up and down the steps. Now my neighbors ain't been very, they've been helpful in keeping the door locked. So I've been able to keep it on the landing. So I ain't got to carry it up and down the steps. But I moved up here to get air conditioning. And as I'm talking to y'all, that devil doing everything he can. He doing everything he can. Because just as I started talking, I hadn't felt no heat from that radiator. We'll get that story. But God done it. I'm getting a blast right to the chest. So let me explain to y'all the story here. I called the landlord the other day and told him, this air conditioner is getting weak. We need a new one. Well, I told him, I paid you for it, god damn it. Tony Hogan and crap, what's the other guy? Oh man. Always in the big chat, making videos. I forgot his name. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on him, but yeah, they sent me the money. And I said, unlike the other people, I paid you for mine. I expect you to give me another one. So he did. And it was all right at first. Like the first hour. Then for some reason, it just kept getting hot in here. I'm talking about have you on your knees. I mean on your knees hot. And I'm sitting there, I got the ceiling fan on, I got an oscillating fan, and I got a little fan, and they all going at the same time with this air conditioner. But yet, I'm not feeling nothing. And I'm telling you right now, as I talk to you right now, I'm getting that same feeling. It ain't as bad, but I'm getting that same feeling. I know why. Because we doing the daggone sermon, and the devil said, I'm going to make that boy jump on. I'm going to fry you out. Well, it ain't going to happen, sir. Because we got 2 air conditioners running and still got 3 fans running. It's going to beat that. So you can make it flare up. You can make it fire up. You can do whatever you want to do. You ain't stopping this show. You better turn the power off like I keep telling you. Better turn off that BG&E. You better make that phone company jumping in late. You better do something. But that ain't going to work. You had me on my knees the past 2 days. You can't keep me down. So let's get back to the story. So I hadn't been on the past couple nights because it was so hot in here you couldn't do nothing. Literally, it was so hot you couldn't do anything. I'm trying to figure out why is the house holding so much heat. So I call the landlord and I tell him I need an air conditioner. I almost went to the hospital last night. It was so bad. I mean, I was literally laid on the floor, praying for the cold of the floor. You know how the floor be cold? I was trying to get some cold from the floor. When I go into the bathroom, there wasn't no relief neither. But I kept the window open in the bathroom. But I can keep the bathroom door closed like I got it now. As I'm talking to y'all, the heat is raging. I mean, it's raging. I mean, literally. Got an AC right here, don't even feel it. The air conditioner's over, the heat is over, the radiator's over here. It's literally blasting me in my face. Matter of fact, let me take this fan and turn it around. Let me see if I can get this fan to blast some of that heat away. Can you push it to the other side of the room? Can you do that for me, sir? Can you push that to the other side of the room so we ain't got to deal with it? That too much to ask? That too much to ask, Hoss? All right. Now we done that, I just noticed that we went red. So somebody not happy. But we ain't worried about that. We about to do this Bible sermon. So I'm sitting here live with y'all, and I mean, I had 3 water bottles, frozen. And I ran to the kitchen and got every one of them. That was the only thing that was keeping me hydrated. The first part of the show, I'm not even on camera. So the girl on the front called me and said that I got a package. So I went to get the package and I'm talking to her. Something kept telling me, after me waiting for him all day, if he gonna call back after having me wait till almost 4 o'clock, he gonna tell me, how about tomorrow? I said, nah, man, I can't go another night. I'm gonna have to go to the ER. And I'm not gonna pay them $700-800 just to get a night air conditioner. Said if you don't bring me an air conditioner, because he told me he didn't have any. I told him, you don't bring me an air conditioner, I'm going to the health department. And by the time they do the oven, by the time they put a window in their kitchen, or they have to put a ventilation shaft in there, you know that hood to go over the stove? By the time they fix that socket, by the time they fix the water pressure, you're gonna pay a lot more than the air conditioner. They see that utility room, oh Lord. So he says, okay, I'll bring it to you. Around 3 o'clock. So like I said, we sitting here. He gonna tell me tomorrow. I told him, I said, look, man, my oxygen is not even helping. Something is wrong, you need to get here. So like I say, the girl called about the package. I go out there, and of course, while I'm talking to her, he's around here at the door calling me. So I come back around the corner and I'm like, oh man, somebody was trying to make me miss you. Because I didn't bring the phone because the phone was on. Was sitting here on top of the antenna. My cell phone antenna. So I come upstairs, open the door, and I start taking down. Those of you that seen the pictures, you know I had that boy, and I had some shirts going around it, and then I had took a trash bag and cut out an opening and put it around and make sure it was airtight, right? Well, guess what? I went to lift it out, and my knee hit the radiator. Because I'm thinking that it's coming out the front vent, you know, not the ones at the top with the air, but the ones in the body. I'm thinking the heat coming from there. It's actually bouncing off that because my knee hit the radiator, I got burnt. I said, what the heck? Why in the hell was the radiator on in summertime? And y'all know the problem that we had with that daggone heat and the money. I don't know how much money I'm being charged now. I might not be able to move. When the landlord switched air conditioners the other day, he kept jumping up on the radiator. Now, I was able to switch him without getting on anything. He taller than me. And he's sitting there acting like he's Superman, jumping up and down on the radiator. Well, apparently, he knocked something loose. Because the radiator is on by itself. It's not responding to the thermostat. It's doing what it wants to do. And it's full blast. And the one in the bathroom is on too. Now I did a speed test before we started, and as usual, but not while we doing a sermon. Now if I switch to band 13, it's gonna be something about that. So I get the pliers and I try to, cause the valve broke. So you can't, you know, when you turn it at the bottom, that just wiggly, wiggly, wiggly. So I got a pair of pliers and tried to go under it and turn it. It wouldn't turn. I went over to the other side, you know, where it got like the little, like it come on like a rod with the screw in it, and that's supposed to limit how I come in. I tried to turn that. It won't move. So I told him, I can't get to do anything. But don't worry about it. I'll come get it tomorrow. So I'm sitting here, I put the new air on, but not feeling it. Like I didn't feel it before. Because the heat, the radiator is right under it. And it's blasted. When I say blasted, I mean blasted. It's on full blast. That's why I'm sitting in here it don't matter what I would have done, the more you try to make it cool in here, the harder the radiator is going to fight to make it hot. So I was sitting there looking. I said, well, you know what? The other air conditioner right there, what if I take the other air conditioner and try to put it in the window? Now, it would have been better if I'd have had that one, because that one's smaller. And I got to put that back where it was and put this one over here, the new one. But I said if I turn it sideways, so I turned it sideways, got it in the window. So now we running 2 air conditioners. And they fight. The 2 air conditioners is fighting with the heat. Now I took 3 pairs of pants, laid them across the radiator, took some shirt, laid them across the radiator. Then I took a blanket and covered the radiator to hold in the heat. And man, that boy fighting. He fighting. Trying to make this place hot. I mean, he fighting. Now, like I said, until we started the sermon, we was cool. But now, it done read back up. So I took the little fan I got right here, and I turned it toward the radiator. So hopefully, it's, matter of fact, let me turn it down. Let me aim it down a little bit. Can you go down for me a little bit? Now, hopefully, it's aiming that the air that's coming through all the clothes and the blankets, hopefully it's aiming that air that way, away from me. Aiming it toward this air conditioner. Let this air conditioner fight. I got a fan sitting right here. I don't have it oscillate. I just have it facing this way. Now, some of y'all are going to say, well, why don't you have it oscillate? Because it's going to go over here and pick up some of that air and blow it in my face. We don't want that heat. So we got air conditioner here, got air conditioner there. And even though it's trying its hardest, I'm good. Now, this gave me the topic of the show. Why are we as human beings so impatient? Why we gotta have everything now? Why is it that we can't be patient? Don't y'all think I like to have the numbers that the other people have? But see, they're not patient. They want to go through the roasting and act a daggone fool and try and get it the fast way. Or they want to get behind somebody with a name. But then when they stop using the name, what happens? They come back down. You don't think it's frustrating with all the topics that we talk about, that we have, 100 views, 60 views, and you got people that are sitting there talking about nothing. Nothing. And they get 700, 800, 1,000 views, 2,000 views. But see, it ain't my time yet. Well, Dad, you've been on since 2018. And God said, ain't your time yet. We still training you up. Well, Don, but there ain't nothing you can't do a show on. You one of the most versatile hybrid YouTubers there's in the sector. When I tune in, I don't know what you're going to talk about. Well, obviously, God ain't ready yet. I don't want to have to be one of them YouTubers that go around and troll They gotta be on everybody's channel so you can see them. Now that's the fast way. But I mean, you gotta sit there and use your family and your pet and all kinds of stuff to get attention. I don't want to do that. I can do it. We watched a video the other day where somebody kept having that Doug in the daggone on the screen. Kept putting that Doug on the screen. I'm like, what? You need somebody. You need somebody to see the Doug. That it. Maybe they'll see the Doug and come back. I don't want to be that kind of YouTuber. I don't want to come here and lie to you. I come bring you the truth. It's taken us a while to get where we need to go. But when we get there, we're going to stay there. Majority of these other people, they don't stay. I was telling you earlier about that woman with the plate. I wouldn't show you. But she didn't mention nothing about calling the police and calling the FBI. But she didn't mention nothing about Sissy Mayor. Her views were crud. Same thing happened with the woman that lied and called me a scammer. She got to be in everybody's chat. Where she get her views from and from hanging around Sissy Mayor. But when she not cool with Sissy Mayor, but she not talking about him wanting to have sex with her and carpet on the floor, is her views anywhere near Sissy Mayor? No. Because she can't hold them. She can't hold the people. That's why she got to be doing all that. When she doing her stuff, views at the bottom. At least we consistent. And then when we get a big one, it's sweet. You know? The driver, I already said, if she concerned for her safety, she need to leave them people alone. Trolls will go away when you don't pay them no mind. We've proven that. Do you see the trolls come over here like they used to? We was in the road sector? No, you don't. They used to come over here all the time. Where they at? They can't get no attention. And we don't give it to them. Somebody control you, ask them what you want. What's your issue? You know, so somebody came here and said, well, Brother Derrick, Lady La said that she paid your whole BG&E bill for a whole year. I said, really? Oh no, she gave me $130. One BG&E bill was more than $130. How she paid the whole year? See, you come over here, I'm going to hit you back with common sense. I ain't got to argue. I ain't got to call your name. I ain't got to get all riled up. I'm just going to listen to what you say and beat you upside the head with it. Because that's what we do. We listen. And then we respond. And we ain't got to act a fool. If I can't come bring you nice topics and the truth and you don't want to hear them, I got to tell you the same thing Jesus told the disciples. Wipe the dust off your feet and go to the next town. Make sure you don't take nothing with you. I don't get mad when somebody come in here and leave. I go where you got to go. take it easy and take it slow and go where you got to go. I'm going to do my show if somebody here or not. I'm getting tired of hearing other YouTubers say, you got to talk about somebody for content. But that's what they do. This is what I mean when I say the mental issue. Well, how many times I got to hear somebody say, that's why you got to use me for content, and you ain't got none. Then you watch the person, they doing the same thing they accuse the other person of doing. But see, in their mind, they've convinced themselves that what they do is different. You know, what they do is different. The driver says BD don't talk about her no more. He said she wants money to fund her play. Figure out, yeah, she's been figured that out. You said Greg Cruz trolling her. You can't be trolled unless you want to be. Don't respond. I said it earlier. You're supposed to be an activist, a dark-skinned activist. Every one of your videos should be dark-skinned activist. What is a dark-skinned activist? Dumbest thing I ever heard. So, I'm not dark, I'm medium complected. So, I'm a medium complected activist? I don't understand. Or, I'm a fat activist, because I'm chubby. Well, one of my front teeth bigger than the other. So, I'm a funny teeth activist. I just want to show you how dumb that sounds. She think it's saying something. I'm the first and only one. And that's your claim to fame. You the first and only one to be dark-skinned actor. Well, what are you doing? Because I seen some of the tags, and I see Beyonce and stuff like that. But why are you worried about Beyonce? She ain't worried about you. She making her money, she ain't worried about you. That's why I don't worry about the other YouTubers. What good is worrying about them? They ain't doing nothing for me. I'm supposed to be small. I'm supposed to be nobody. But yet, when you type my name in the YouTube, look at how many other people come up with the name. You don't see me going behind them. Why you make a video about me? I go thank you for the advertisement. Maybe somebody come over here and learn something. I don't get mad. Somebody making a video about you. Good. I hope it's a good video where I'm teaching something. Or we having a nice spirited debate. Somebody can learn something. I hope it ain't no roast video. I don't care. Driver says, BD, if I ask to come on your show, how can I get mad if you don't take it down? Once I come to your show, it's your content. Actually, I've said it many a time. When you getting big with the dog and you lay down in that bed, you gotta expect to pick up some fleas and ticks when you get up. She knew what kind of person Tommy was because she was on his show years ago. It ain't like she was just la-dee-dee, just walked into it. She knew about that man. She wanted to get promotion for her play. She wanted to get somebody to buy her book. And she even said it. Now, I ain't get to even advertise my playing book. He's sitting there making a 6-hour video, making money off me. Well, you went on his show, hoping his people would buy your play, hoping his people would buy your book. You didn't know how to conduct yourself. You know how the man is. At least get your stuff out there first before you start arguing with them. I saw somebody sent me a clip. I saw a little bit of it. She had the black female meltdown. You know? And I played earlier, somebody sent me the clip of Slim Jim calling her lawyer. The lawyer act like she barely knew who she was. She didn't even seem concerned until he said he talking about sending some money. Oh, send some money. Oh, wait, hey, that's what she picked up. He said he was going to send some money. She picked up then. If you supposed to be going after somebody and there's no need for you to do it, why should somebody help you? I'm just being honest. If I come on the live stream and I say, hey, I need to go to the market and get some food, can somebody give me a couple dollars? That's something that's needed. I'm not gonna come in and say, well, you know, I want to file an injunction and I expect y'all to give me some money so I can file an injunction. What? Yeah, I'm gonna file an injunction and these YouTubers keep using my name and you know, I want to get me a lawyer. Now I'm locked up. So why the heck would I come and keep asking? So, if you want to help out, make sure you hit the Cash App. Buy a book. Did you see the play? I'm going to be doing it again. You going to watch it? We had problems the first time. We're going to be doing it again. Naya says she'll be right back. Hurry back, Naya. The driver says I wouldn't give her a dime. It's foolish. Hey, look, she said they ain't got mad because she left her screen going. She thought she turned it off, but she didn't. Then she going around saying somebody magically hacked her. Anything to keep this going. Fact of the matter is, she cussed out her little girl. I thought it was a teenager from the clip I got because I never heard it. I've never heard what she said to the little girl. I thought it was a teenager. But they called in on her. Right then and there. That should have been it. I would have never said nothing about the Soho Nation. I wouldn't have said nothing about Sister Mayor. I wouldn't have said nothing about Greg. I'd have kept moving. She came on there and they threatening my life. I'm getting all these things. I looked in the comment section. One person said, we know where you live. That's threatening your life. One person said it. If 30 people came in there and said it, then wait a minute, we got a problem here. One of these 30 might do something. But this one person, doing this to get attention. But when it's over, who's going to pay any mind? Yeah, I saw that. But it's the same woman that y'all say cussed the daughter out. I thought it was a 13 or 14-year-old. I had no idea the child was that young. But look at what she's showing her. Put all your information out. Let everybody know where you live at. You don't know a pervert's watching, and they're going to be able to figure out where your daughter go to school. Why would you put that information out there? See, I was never afraid to come on YouTube. I just thought nobody would never watch. Spur kept saying, yes, they will. Get on here. Nah, they're not going to watch me. Everybody around me said nobody would watch me. But I ain't had no fear. It's just me and the cat. The cat don't care what you think. Well, you think the cat gonna say, I'm out of here, you know? Everybody say you sorry. What the? I'm not afraid to be doxxed. Y'all welcome it. Go ahead. If you got tender feelings, you shouldn't be on social media. People see you doing well, they don't come mess with you. That's why some of the time, I'm glad that we not big. Because people will be coming to get us. We can say almost anything and get away with it. Well, go ahead. Think about the topics that I do. You keep talking about Tommy in the daggone chat. Do you think that Tommy would have the balls to say what I've been saying the past 2 weeks? You think he really would have the balls to say what I've been saying? You think on July 4th, he had the balls to say, take that holiday and shove it up your butt? You think he'd say that to his Soho Nation? He won't get no donation. You think he would have the balls to say to them, why you acting like you like me? You never liked black folk, none of you. The fact that you could cry about having to pay some tax to your country, that you turn on them and go to war, and then you get mad because they offer the slaves freedom. If they come join their line, they the main country. You the terrorist. Why shouldn't they want to go? You trying to be free from your country. Why shouldn't they want to be free from you? All that man asking you to do is pay a tax on tea. You whipping, raping our women, cutting off our noses, cutting the legs off, putting the dogs on us, whipping us, not letting us do anything. You got to have our wife before weekend. Why the hell you think we want to be under you? But they're going to occur to your mind. You want to leave because some daggone tea. Go look it up, the Boston Tea Party. That's the reason, tea. And they was afraid because the mother country got rid of slavery. That's what their war was fought for. That war ain't got a damn thing to do with anybody black. And anybody black that go out there and celebrate is a damn fool. And that flag is not for you. That Constitution is not for you. That Constitution said you was a fifth of a man. It takes 5 of you to get the worth of one white person. That's rough right there. Sissy Mayor ain't gonna tell you that. He ain't gonna tell you why every time you hear the national anthem, you gotta put your hand in your heart for what? The man that wrote that would slit your throat in a second. He would treat a daggone animal in the woods better than he treat you. Man went out of his way to make life hard for black folk. And he pissed off. He pissed off because some of the slaves did run to the Union. I mean to the England soldiers. And say, yeah, I'll join you. Being with this crazy man, shoot, yeah. I'll be free. So they trying to be free from Great Britain. And I say it again, but we can't be free from them. Great Britain offer us, you come join us, your country. Even though neither one of them my country, but they was the country. We was in colony of a country. The country said, we don't have slaves anymore. If you come fight with us, you can be free. Why didn't the colonists say, hey, we know you. You don't know what they're going to do when you get over there, but we know you're here. We'll set you free. Help us fight the British. Heck no. Never occurred to them. Never once went through their mind. Then when the North decided that they didn't want to do slavery anymore, the people in the South got mad. And the North was making them pay tax on the cotton. Well, they ain't want to pay tax on the tea. Now they don't want to pay tax on the cotton. That's how petty these people is. Didn't want to pay tax on the tea. Now you don't want to pay tax on the cotton that you got black folk picking it for you for free. So you want to turn against your country because you're afraid they're going to make you get rid of slavery. And they taxing you on cotton. You making all that money off cotton. And you thought you were going to go to the British, the people you just turned on, not even 100 years before, and you want them to come help you with the North. There's something wrong with the people's mind. You can talk to me all day. When the war started, and after the first battle, the first two slaves came up and said, hey, can we join y'all? The Union said, sure. Plantation owners, wait a minute, you got two of my slaves. I demand them back. That man said, who are you? I'm such and such from the state of South Carolina. Oh, South Carolina succeeded. You a different country. You ain't got no rights here. Huh? What do you mean? You ain't my slave. They ain't your slave. You ain't part of the United States no more. Get out. They still thought that they could come and talk to the general of the army and say, give me my slaves back. You at war. You are a terrorist at this point. And you still think you got rights when you have succeeded from the United States. Why they gotta listen to you? Who you? The same way, why you think the British should come help you beat the North? You didn't help the British when they were fighting the Revolutionary War. Well, why should they come help you? But see, in your mind, you think your stuff don't stink. Everybody gonna come behind you. Everybody gonna agree with you say. You want to change history. Tell me, since somebody yo ain't gonna say that, he won't get no donation. How you gonna pay a child support for his house? I'm just asking. Big the Moon ain't gonna say that, you ain't gonna buy the mixtape. He'll sit there and let them drunk women be in his chair acting a fool because he's looking forward to that donation money. He need it. I'm not gonna sell out. I'm gonna say what I got to say. If I get flagged, we go to another channel. We don't care, we got plenty of channels. We'll go build up some other ones. But you're not gonna stop me from doing what I wanna do. I'm not gonna go chase behind nobody. We got content, real content. We ain't got to go chase behind nobody. The fact that we can do 10, 12, 13 hours, he be on so long. You can't be on that long. Don't nobody want to hear about no daggone somebody for no daggone 10 hours. We did the show earlier today. Trump versus Biden. Which one you gonna vote for? And I showed you why neither one of them worth 2 pieces of dookie from the hills of Guadalupe. But I was fair. We had something bad on Biden. We had something bad on Donald Trump. I was fair with it. But they won't do that. And their friend and you won't donate. Driver said, oh, I'll save my vote for Jesus, BD. I'm just saying, you know, people got issues, but we don't want to talk about the issues or let me complaining. We had somebody come in here. There goes my whatever. The other day. You sound defeated. You sound weak. Obviously, they don't watch the show. We sat there and told you from the front to the back, from the east to the north, how you get power and respect. And what happened? That person ain't come back. They didn't come back. Talk to me till you blue in the face. They didn't come back. I'm calling them. Where you at? Where you go? Why you run? See, instead of blocking them, I answered the question. And then they didn't have an answer. If somebody is your friend, they with you through thick or thin. And if they tell you something that you don't want to hear, then don't hear it. That don't mean you stop being that friend. Because as long as we showing black folk acting a fool, there ain't no problem. But when we start showing how crazy white folk is, you hurt my feelings. Been hurting us for 400 years. Gonna send us that video. Some black folk walking around in militant armor, picking on white folk. And they've been doing that for 400 years. I'm over sorry for him. That man sat there in that car and looked at him like, man, all I gotta do is make one phone call. And all y'all gonna be face down on the ground. What was your point? That man wasn't scared. Man said, I'm going to call Sheriff Joseph right now. They think they doing something. I don't care if he got guns. We got more. What was your point? And they try to say, well, black people killing each other. They ain't killing you. Why are you so afraid of us? We not killing you. Black, 93% of the time it's black folk killing black folk. Well, 84% 4% of the time, it's white folk killing white folk. And we only 13% of the population. Y'all 65%. That 84 is a whole lot more people at that big percentage. And we did the numbers. Out of every 100 black people, it was 1. Out of every 100 white people, it was 7 that killed themselves, each other. 1 to 7. What's your point? Now, if you would have said that it's a bigger percentage of black people going to jail, we covered today about the bill that Biden made that was sending black people to jail. I can tell you, in the 70s, I think it was 70,000. Since they made that bill, it's almost 2 million. But the money. Jail ain't nothing but the new slavery extension. Because while you're in there, they got you begging to work for 30 cents an hour. They got you begging to work for 30 cents an hour. The driver says, BD, these are topics that most blacks won't touch. Well, that's why I was sitting here, the driver. I wasn't sitting here to call people names. I was sent to wake people up. I'll never be popular. I'll never expect to be popular. Because if I'm popular, I'm doing something wrong. I'm telling you what you don't want to hear. Why would you want to hear, run to hear what you don't want to hear? But if I tell you everything's all right and you just go ahead and, if something happened to you, just get you a lawyer and get you a couple dollars. And just, you can get you a little job. You can get you a little place. You can get you a little car and pray you'll never get pulled over. You shouldn't be walking outside at night. Do everything you gotta do during the day. And you'll be all right. Yeah, until they get you. And whatever they tell you, you go, okay. You worried about being seen. You worried about your neighbors being jealous of you. I got the prettiest girl. I got the best house. I got the best car. And when you get in trouble, don't nobody come help you. And then you can't figure out why. You were too busy fronting. I got the fancy car and all this. And guess what? You need help. Guess what? You don't need no help. Because he got everything. Ain't no help for me. Hey, there you go. Oh, he getting beat up in the street. Ooh, he got slammed on the car. Hey, he be all right. If you have these things, you should want everybody to have these things. But see, we were taught otherwise. Because even back on the plantation, you put the dark versus the light. The light work in the house, the dark work in the field. You get those in the field, the snitch on those in the house. You get those in the field, the snitch on those in the field. Get those in the house, to snitch on those in the house, and snitch on those in the field. Master come by, holding a gold coin, or a penny. Just say gold coin, a penny, or a nickel. Yeah, you want this? Start buying your freedom. Tell me what's going on out there. Oh yeah, James and John gonna run. Thanks for the quarter. They run in the night. So you make sure you got the slave catchers ready. They run in the night. Thank you. Need any more information? Come see me. Make sure you bring that coin. I tell you whatever you want to know. Still got that mentality. If I hear another young drug dealer say it, and I've laid out everyone that said it, I sell drugs to my mama. I thought the mama was the most valuable thing in the black community. Yeah. But if I don't sell it to her, somebody else gonna sell it to her and get the money. I lay them out. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard. You shouldn't want that money. Why would you want to help your mother, your sister, your aunt, your uncle, your brother? You'll sell them that crap and mess their life up. If I don't do it, somebody else gonna do it. Let somebody else do it. At least you got somebody to go after. Can't go after yourself. You sold my mother this stuff. Yeah, you sold it to her. You gonna beat yourself up? When she wound up strung out? We tell the truth over here. Truth hurts. It hurts bad. It's better to be in La La Land. Everything is so great. See the rainbows. See the trees. Oh, life is so wonderful. There's nothing going on. Pew, pew, pew. Oh, somebody got shot over there. Hey, they affected me. Hey. Boo, somebody got hit by a car. Hey, I'll read about the paper later on. You're not going to stop me. I'm feeling good. Everything is rosy. Boom, who's that explosion? I don't know. I think we're getting invaded, but whatever. Hey. Stay in La La Land. That's where you want to be at. More power to you. Just being honest. You got people bragging because they got a little car. They got a little motorcycle. Bragging because they got a nice place. You can't take none of that with you. I brag on being a child of Jesus Christ. That's the gang I want to be in. Can we do the X sign? I'm a gang of Jesus Christ. S.A. Una. I'll brag about that. That's something I can use later on. You're not going to have on your colors when you leave this earth. You put stock in the wrong thing. But we all do it. We get this stimulus. I'm getting one of them 2 scooters I showed you. You shouldn't spend your whole thing on that. Well, what other chance am I going to get? Whatever chance or other chance am I going to get it? Wait for the CV to roll around again? Mutate it? Save up for 3 years? I'm gonna get it while I can get it. Big purchases like that, when you on disability, that's when you realize how much money you make, when you need a big purchase. If I would have seen that before, I would have got it before. To be able to go 21 miles on one charge, be able to go 15 miles per hour. If we get 2,000, instead of getting the 20, I can get the 36. 18 miles per hour. Looks like a real motorcycle. Turn signals, lights, everything. 30 miles to a charge. It might be 45. I had to look at the numbers again. I'll be able to go everywhere. Won't need to get on no bus. Won't need to get on no cab. Just charge it up and go. Won't have to go up and come back. Go ride around. I would love to be able to do that. People are going to try and talk me out of it. Some people are going to say, ain't you trying to move? We got a green screen. You ain't going to see the public.
Close. And you stream everything.
Oh, this from the driver. They make you watch the whole ad.
Camera at a grocery store in California. See that shopper there yelling at employees and other customers that refusing to wear a face covering. Will Reeve is at a Trader Joe's here in New York for the story. Good morning, Will.
Good morning, George. That Trader Joe's in North Hollywood had its grand opening that day. Now millions of people know what it looks like inside because of this video. Yet another incident surrounding wearing masks in public. The woman in the video now speaking out to our station in LA.
This morning, face mask controversy after this outburst caught on camera in a Los Angeles grocery store.
So anyone harassing me to wear masks, you guys are violating federal law. Get that on camera now.
This Trader Joe's shopper confronted for not wearing a mask in the store. She claims she has a medical reason not to.
I have a breathing problem. My doctor would not let me wear masks.
The
Just
shopper
stay in the
telling
house.
ABC station KABC that she had gotten permission from the manager at the Toluca Lake store to go maskless, but accidentally went to the wrong location in North Hollywood, where she said she also got permission, and claims the incident began while she was shopping.
Right away, he started using obscenities at me, and I did what any normal human being, a woman, would do if she was being harassed by a man, not knowing if he's a crazy man. So I start yelling in self-defense.
Earlier this month, California Governor Gavin Newsom made wearing masks in public mandatory, but the state's Department of Health has exempted anyone with a medical condition, mental health condition, or disability that prevents wearing a face covering. Right now, as COVID cases are on the rise in the U.S., 18 states require masks in public, while 32 have no such mandate. The video viewed millions of times and counting. Some people shaming the angry shopper for what they perceived as selfish public behavior.
I have asthma, and I'm wearing my mask. I mean, there's times I feel like I can't breathe, but I'm like, if I want to be out there shopping, I have to give it up to get done, I have to wear it for the sake of others and for the sake of my health.
The woman in the video did not specify what her medical condition is. Trader Joe's has yet to comment on the incident, but their website clearly states that wearing masks inside their stores is strongly preferred and encouraged. George?
Marie, thanks. Let's bring Dr. Jen Ashton back to check in with her on this. And Jen, let's start. What are the possible medical conditions that could keep somebody from wearing a mask in public?
Well, George, in general, if you're well enough to be outside without oxygen, you're well enough to wear a mask. Now, according to the CDC, there are basically 3 groups of people that glaringly probably should not wear a mask. That's toddlers under the age of 2, people with extreme respiratory distress acutely, and people who are unconscious. So in general, if your breathing condition is well enough to allow yelling or being outside without oxygen, you can wear a mask medically.
Let's talk about what Dr. Birch from the White House Task Force is now calling a new discovery. The mask can partially protect the wearer from getting infected. Is this a big development?
It may be, George. So let's put this into context, medical and historical perspective. Back in January, February, and early March, the reason that the CDC and medical professionals, myself included, was not recommending that the lay public wear masks is because outside of a hospital setting, there was really no data to suggest that it can protect the person wearing it. And we put masks on sick people in hospital settings. When the CDC revised that is because we realized that so many people infected with COVID-19 show no symptoms. So the assumption is that we all may be sick. So that's where that came from. What Dr. Birx was referring to is new data published in the Lancet that suggests that wearing a mask outside of a hospital setting may actually protect the wearer as well. So 2 reasons to mask up.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here.
Now,
Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel.
Once again, you got somebody else in their own little world. You gotta wear a mask, but I don't. I have a condition. Then you shouldn't be outside then. Stay your butt in the house. It's 2 reasons why you wear a mask. Number 1, to protect other people from you. Then 2, protect yourself from other people. That's why you wear a mask. Now, if you see other people in the store got masks on and you don't have one, you know what you're saying to the other people? You're saying this: F you, screw you, I don't give a darn about you. I don't care if I make you sick. That's what you're saying. And see, this goes back to what I said about that mental condition. It's not wrong for me to cough and breathe on you, as long as you don't cough and breathe on me. It don't matter if I hold you back in life, as long as you don't hold me back. It don't matter if I cut you off 5 times. But you say something 1 time, I feel I got to go and cut you out or beat you up. Because I'm special. I'm a princess. I ain't got to follow the rules. The rules are for you to follow. I don't care about your health. But you better wear a mask to protect mine. But I'm not going to wear a mask. I don't care about your health. That's what it says. See, that's that la-la land. I got respiratory problems. I was in the market last week. And I had washed the mask out and it was still wet. And it was really hard to breathe. But I was in the market, I thought I was going to pass out. But you know what? I didn't take it off. Because I didn't want to pick up nothing. And I didn't want to give nobody nothing. So I suffered almost to the point of almost passing out. I know that devil want me to take that mask off. As soon as I did, somebody would have went right in my face. And I kept it on. Sometimes I go flying out the door and I forget to bring a mask. I had to come back out like, man. I don't want to risk my life. The daggone radiator almost took me out last night. Why the heck would I want to invite the virus in? But see, people can make excuses. Change history. Change reality. All right, the driver got another one. Let's check this out from the driver.
A bright brain full of activity, that's a healthy 18-year-old brain.
First major motion made in the criminal cases against the officers charged with killing George Floyd, former Officer Thomas Lane's attorney, Earl Gray, is asking the judge to dismiss all charges against him, writing that Lane did not know former Officer Derrick Chauvin was committing a crime and that there's no evidence that Officer Lane played an intentional role in aiding the commission of a crime. Therefore, Gray writes, the requirements for conviction cannot be met. With the motion, Gray attached a transcript of Lane's interview with the BCA, a transcript of what's heard on body cameras, and photos from inside George Floyd's car allegedly showing counterfeit bills stuffed in the seat. According to the transcript, Lane told the BCA he and King were rookies, partnered with each other for the very first time when they responded to Cup Foods on May 25th. Lane said he pulled his gun when at first Floyd was moving in the vehicle and didn't show his hands, but put it away when Floyd complied. Lane said he and King struggled to put Floyd into their squad car, which he says they tried to do because they were outnumbered by Floyd and his companions, and Floyd was uncooperative. Lane suggested using a restraint technique that involves holding the legs of a suspect who's on his chest. MPD training materials include a photo of an officer with his knee on the suspect's neck. It also says the suspect should then be turned on his side. According to the body camera transcript, while holding down Floyd, Lane said, "You want him on his side? Chauvin, no, leave him. Staying put where we got him." Lane, "Okay, I just worry about the excited delirium or whatever." Chauvin, "That's why we got the ambulance coming." Lane told the BCA, "That made sense to me just because I've had experiences with people who were ODing, or they'll be out 1 minute and they'll come back and really be aggressive with you." Later in the transcript, Lane asked King to check for a pulse. Then this exchange. Lane, "You got one?" King, "I can't find one." Chauvin, "Huh?" King, "I thought I'd check him for a pulse. I can't find one."
Now, the Attorney General's office tells us they plan to oppose this motion to dismiss. The transcripts reveal many more details about the minutes leading up to George Floyd's death, and we'll have much more on those coming up at 6.
So now they're saying, "Oh, we was rookie." See that mental? That delusional? Then you should have excused yourself from the situation. When you said the man should be turned on his side, and Derrick Chauvin said, "No, he gonna stay put." Then you say, "Look, you want me to stay down here, turn him on the side, or I'm walking away." You did. What does being a rookie have to do with that? You already said you knew the procedure. You're supposed to be on the side. But you didn't do it. That's why you're there. That's why you're there. That's why you're being arrested. For not doing what you're supposed to be doing. That was not Derek Chauvin's call. They called you. You didn't have the balls to stand up to an officer that was there longer, even though you knew he was doing wrong. You sat right there and assisted him. You assisted in a murder. Why do you think you should be let go? Now, let's bring into the mental thinking. Well, it wasn't my knee on his neck. I wasn't in charge. George was. You two rookies were called. It was your case. You could have told George, we got this. No, you let him come do that. See, people make up stuff in their mind. They spend all this time thinking, how am I going to get out of this? If you say you know what the procedure is, and you say that you told Derek Chauvin, the man need to be on his side. Why you didn't turn him on the side? Why you didn't tell Derek Chauvin, this is my case, go where you got to go. You're not doing this right. I don't care if I'm a rookie or not. I'm not going to be involved in this, whatever you're doing. Nah, you didn't have the ball. You didn't have the cojones. Yeah, I know they was gonna rob the bank, and they asked me to sit in the car and wait. And I kept the car running, and when they came out, we took off. What do you mean you gonna lock me up? I didn't do nothing. All I did was sit in the car. How you gonna lock me up? Because you were assisting them in robbing the bank. I never went in the bank. You sat out there with the car running so they can get away. You part of the gang. No, I'm not. I was just sitting there listening to music. See, that's that thinking. The thinking I've been telling y'all about. It's not my fault now. Yeah. They want to change the history. I wasn't there for no bank robbery. You know, I don't have no car. They would let me drive. They said they was going in the bank for a minute to keep the car running. It never occurred to me that they was going to go in there and rob the bank. Even though, you know, my rent due tomorrow. And you know, but I wasn't there for that. I just was driving around. They'll convince themselves and try to convince you. I ain't do nothing wrong. Why are you messing with me? I didn't do nothing wrong. Gonna try to weasel their way out. You ain't try to weasel out when you said, let's turn them over. And Derek Chauvin said no. You said, okay. Then you say, okay to these charges. Now see, most other people wouldn't tell you that. I tell you the truth. That's a bunch of hogwash. That's a bunch of la-la land. I mean la-la land. It makes sense to me. It gotta make sense to you. Yeah, I ain't had nothing to do with it. I had my knee in his back, just like everybody out there, you know, I'm not guilty. I was there. I was helping to crush him. But you know, Derrick was in charge. Why you trying to lock me up? If I had done my job right in the beginning, Derrick wouldn't have been there. But I didn't do my job right. Then when Derrick got there, you should have walked away. The man needs to be put on the side. No. Hey, I'm out of here. I ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm out. Nope, you kept right there. So you robbed the bank. Somebody tell you that they got an inheritance and they had to go to the bank and cash the check, and they tell you, you know, I'm gonna give you a couple dollars because you my friend. You say, all right, I go. You stand there in line, and you sit there and you see that man pull a gun out and say, give me the money, and you still standing there. You get the money and then you leave with him. You don't run away, you right there with him, and you get in the car with him. You go spend some of the money, and you get caught. I didn't rob the bank. I ain't nothing to do with it. You sat right there and watched him rob the bank. You was an accomplice. No, I wasn't. I didn't say nothing to the teller. I was just there. When you saw him rob, did you leave? Did you run? I ain't got nothing to do with this. No. Well, then you was an accomplice. When he left, you leave with him? Yeah. Didn't y'all go to the drive-thru and get some burgers and some fries and some sodas before they caught you? Yeah. Didn't you use that money to pay for it? Yeah. Were you eating that food and drinking? Yeah. Okay, why you asking me why you here? You are an accomplice. When he pulled that gun out, did you take it from him? Did you tell him, no, don't do this? No? All right then. You an accomplice. It don't take long to logically break something down. You can't say, I'm a rookie and Derrick Chauvin was more experienced. That means you had more sense than Derrick Chauvin did and you didn't use it. You had the sense to know, get off the man and turn him over. How come Derrick Chauvin did? But more importantly, why didn't you? That was your call, not his. Why you didn't say, hey, Derrick, I appreciate your helping, man, but we got this. We got this. You didn't do it. You sat there and allowed him to kill, you helped him kill that man. And you are an accomplice. You can't change it now. And the cop that got knocked down, we need to watch that video again. Because if he pulled his gun out while he was running to catch up, he need to go to jail too. Your job is to tackle him and bring him in. Why y'all reaching for your gun? Well, you know, I just pulled the gun out because of backup. No. You say the man drunk. The man got daggone taser in him. 50,000 volts being thrown through his body. And y'all can't tackle this man in cuffs. And you call yourself police. Both of them should be charged. No, you shouldn't have ran. You should have tackled them in handcuffs. He went too strong. Then you shouldn't be a cop. Two men can't tackle one drunk man. You shouldn't be a cop. You sitting there using a stun gun on him. You let him take it and use it on you. You were embarrassing the police force. You embarrassing the taxpayers that pay your salary. What are they getting? What do people over Atlanta get for that money? Chewing that cop. The topic of today's show is, why is it so hard for human beings to be patient? I told y'all the story about the air conditioner. A couple days ago, we had one broke one. Now we got two working ones. I had to suffer a couple days. That radiator is blasting. It's ridiculous how much heat is coming out that radiator. But we got two air conditioners instead of one fighting. And I'm gonna tell you, they fighting tooth and nail. Now earlier today, it was 98 degrees in here. Now, let's go to the app and see where we at now. Outside is, let me do a refresh. Outside is 77 degrees. Okay? Then we go to inside. It's 91 degrees in here. With two air conditioners and 3 fans, it's still 91 degrees in here. That heat is blasting like a mother. That landlord broke the heat. It's not responding to the thing on the wall. I can literally feel the heat. But because we got two air conditioners, the heat is nullifying the new one. They right over top of each other. But I got one right here. So, unlike the past couple days, I still feel that heat. But it's manageable. I'm not sweating. When they fix that radiator tomorrow, it's going to be sweet. But I had the patience. I could be suffering right now and not be here live with y'all. People was telling me, oh, call social services. Ain't there some place where you can get one for free? Right now, we got two of them. I can tell you right now, if I go in that bathroom, even though the window open in there, it's going to be an oven. But that little radiator in there, I ain't never seen it blast like that. I mean, that boy is blasting. I had to close the bathroom door. Now I'm thinking, open up the bathroom door so you can get the heat. You can get the window to bring some air in here. Not knowing that radiator right there, blasting heat. Now I went to the thermostat and I turned the heat on and I turned it all the way down to 48 degrees. This thing over here, but ain't paying that thing no mind. Then I went to the cool side, because I guess at one point they had air conditioning. I don't know how you get air conditioning through a radiator, but it said cool. I went to the cool side. and put that on 48. I'm sorry, 45, the lowest they go on both sides. Then I put it in the off position. Radiator still running. I put it on the cool side, left it there. Radiator still running. So the radiator ain't paying no mind. See what that box says. But the difference is, before he jumped on the radiator to put the air conditioner in, I had it on automatic. So it's gonna get to a certain level, and then it's gonna kick in. I think that's the only reason I did. I think if it was on full, I think I would have died last night. I'm being honest. I think I would have died. If it was on full, I believe I would have died last night. If it was on just run, if it wasn't on automatic, I mean, automatic means it senses it, it come on, and then it turn off. It senses it, it come on, and then it turn off. When you get to a certain level, it senses it and come on, and turn off. So when it turns on, when it turns itself off, that's when the air conditioners got to go to work and take advantage of that. And then when they come back, it's gonna try and fight. You know, hey, here I come. You know, y'all have 5 minutes to do your thing. Now it's time for the champion to come back up in here. And so that's what's going on. Like I said, I still feel the heat. But we got 2 ACs going on 2 different sides. So why it's emanating? I got the air emanating and this air emanating. I can't believe it's still that hot. It's 77 degrees outside right now. 77. But it's 91 in here because of that heater. That radiator won't turn off. I don't know what he did. And if I knew how to just break it, whatever line it's coming from, if I knew how to break it, if I knew the circuit breaker, I would cut it off. That's not a bad idea. Seriously, it's not a bad idea. What I'm saying? I don't know. Is there a circuit breaker? Says he. Boiler. That's number one. The boiler. What am I turning it off? All right, y'all. I just went to the fuse box, and number one was the boiler. Is that the heat? Hello? Is the boiler the heat, or is that for the hot water? But anyway, I turned it off, so let's wait and see. Now, I hope that wasn't the hot water. But we'll have to see. If I need hot water, I can turn it back on. But let's see. We'll see if it starts getting cool in here. I'm not cooking right now. I'm not in the shower right now, so I don't need no hot water. But if that's what that's for, I just turned it off. So I went to the fuse box and I turned off the boiler. So I'm hoping that that's the radiator. I'm hoping that because the radiator runs on gas. And I'm hoping that it's the hot water too. Now if I need the hot water, I turn it back on. But we'll see. If it start getting cool in here, we gonna know real quick. Because remember, we got 2 ACs running. Now, a lot of people were telling me to call social services and to call the health department, and I just went over there and I told them, I'm not gonna die in your apartment. I'm gonna have to call the health department. So I turned the fuse off, but we still alive, so it didn't affect that. So we'll see. We'll give it when you turn the heat off, it still runs for like 20 minutes. So let's see. I bought them pork chops, and I tell you, the morning before yesterday, not this morning, but yesterday morning, I made them pork chops. Man, it ain't been cool in here since. I made them pork chops, and I had a sheet over the kitchen doorway, and like I said, I took it down because you don't want the heat to build up in the kitchen and then start seeping out, and then having to deal with the because it's saying it's 95 in the kitchen, but 91 out here. So we're gonna let that seep out. But I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna make them pork chops. Let me tell you. Boy, it's gonna get so hot in here, ridiculous. I mean, it's gonna be, I'm gonna have to go sit outside. It's gonna get hot. But let's wait and see if it go off. Let's give it enough time and see if it go off, we good. I'm all right. Anyway, the topic of our show today was, why are we so impatient? Yesterday, a few hours ago, I was desperate. I was asking Jesus and God, why? Why would you let this happen? But they had a plan. We sitting here with 2 air conditioners. They had a plan. And hopefully when that guy comes tomorrow, hopefully he don't realize that he's supposed to take one of these back. And we'll wind up with 2 air conditioners. Oh. Now I don't want to jinx myself, but it's starting to feel a little cooler. I don't want to jinx myself. So now instead of it being way over there, I lay my head down. It's AC right there. Oh yeah, that's sweet. So by being patient, y'all kept telling me to call and nag the man. I went live, even though I was burning up. I don't know, y'all. I feel another wave coming. That might be his last hurrah. I got a little bit of that A&W left. I drunk them sodas Liz got me. They were good. Still hot over here? Get it ready, it's still on. It's still hot. She ain't going down without a fight. She ain't going down without a fight, y'all. All right, y'all, we came down 2 degrees. We came down from 91 to 80, 89. We can get into the 70s, I'll be happy. Now said she'd be right back. So I'll wait before I saw the sermon. I should have ordered something. This was my last soda. Liz had bought me some, and I gotta thank her tomorrow. I know she sleeps. I iced them sodas up, man. Them sodas got me through it. I would drink a soda and then a liter of water. Soda, liter of water. Soda, liter of water. Soda, liter of water. That's how I stay hydrated. This was frozen a couple hours ago. This was frozen an hour ago. And then we just pulled this out the freezer. I was trying to save this to watch the rest of it, but it's only to drink water. We wait on Naya to come back, y'all. Then we're going to get into the sermon. Hold on a second, y'all. For those of y'all that don't know, Naya is a member, and that's her emoji. And this is Liz's. Now, the driver not a member, but out of respect, I gave him an emoji. So when y'all refer to the driver, hit his emoji. And I also did one for No Night Back Head. And I'm a member. So that's my emoji. Now, if you notice, Naya has an emoji next to her name. And you notice, I have an emoji next to my name. After 2 months, you get that emoji that I have. We're waiting on Naya and Liz to reach that moment. And then I'll ask them if they want to help pick an emoji for us. But I'm a month ahead. I joined from the beginning. You back yet, Naya? All right, y'all. I'm starting to feel a little bit of that. I'm starting to feel a little bit of that AC. The heat's still there, but I feel a little bit. Feel like a kid at the candy store. All right. The virtue of patience, waiting without complaining. That's our topic today. How come human beings can't be patient? I know that God is slow. You know God is slow. By our standard. But he has a reason for taking his time. Because we only look at right now. We don't look down the road. He always does. If you'd have told me earlier I'd be sitting here with 2 ACs, I thought you crazy. Patience is a virtue. We're all familiar with that cliche. And many of us know. Wait, let me blow this up for y'all. Let me blow it up a little bit here. Y'all can see it. Hey, I'm Kevin King. Can you see it? Can y'all see the work? Can you see it? We can go high. Look, man, why don't you stop? These animations. Everybody wants your animation, man. Get it out of here. Can I get rid of it? Nope, you can't get rid of it. Let me blow it up some more. Take up to 175. Patience is a virtue. We're all familiar with that cliche. And many of us know that patience is listed by Paul in Galatians 5:22-23 as among the fruit of the Spirit. So there's no disputing that the Christian ought to be patient. But as with most of the virtues, the biblical writers assume that we know what patience is and don't give an explicit definition. But do we? Do we know what patience is? Could you define patience if you were asked? And to make things more tricky, could you do so without simply citing examples of patience? Starting with the basic definition of patience as waiting without complaint. we will address some key questions. Why is patience a virtue? What are the different varieties of patience? And why is patience so difficult at times? And how is patience developed? When defined as waiting without complaint, patience might seem to be a morally insignificant trait. What's so virtuous about not complaining? In itself, not complaining carries no particular virtue. Suppose a person awaits the arrival of a friend from out of town, and she spends the time happily reading or watching TV. We wouldn't say that simply because she's not complaining. She exhibits patience in this case. Something else must be required to make one's lack of complaint virtuous. That something is discomfort. It is because a circumstance is uncomfortable for someone that we find her refusal to complain remarkable and thus regard her as patient. So to improve the initial definition above, to be patient is to endure discomfort without complaint. This calls into play some other virtues, specifically self-control, humility, and generosity. That is, patience is not a fundamental virtue so much as a complex of other virtues. An example from the life of Christ illustrates this. Jesus was very patient with his disciples. They were sometimes thick-headed, lazy, selfish, and slow to believe. Even from a merely human standpoint, we can see how frustrating they must have been. How much more irritating it would have been for God incarnate to interact daily with these men. In spite of Jesus' miracles and words of wisdom, they were focused upon themselves and wavered in their belief about who he really was. To say that was uncomfortable for Jesus would be an understatement. Yet we do find him railing at his disciples over foolishness and stupidity, or making fun of them. He said, yet do we find him railing at them over their foolishness or stupidity, or making fun of them when they make mistakes. Occasionally he does remark that his disciples are slow to believe, or he asks, rhetorically, how long they will fail to have faith in him. But these are always appropriate reminders about just what's at stake for them. These were fitting and useful rebukes, not petty venting. Notice that Jesus' refusal to complain about his irritating disciples can be described as an exercise of self-control. Surely he would have been justified in blistering them with insult. It's worth noting that his omnipotence guaranteed that every possible joke and embarrassing mark was at his disposal on any particular occasion. This makes his self-control even more admirable. His refusal to complain also involves humility, the conscious decision to lower himself by not exercising his right as the holy man he was to judge and dismiss his friends because of their fault. We might even say this is a form of mercy. Finally, Jesus' refusal to complain about his disciples is generous. In spite of their vice and thick-headedness, he remained no less committed to them and served them increasingly as their failures became more understanding. It's more? While the patience of Christ is exceptional, in many respects, the basic features of his virtue are surely the same whenever it appears. Patience involves such things as self-control, humility, and generosity, all of which are themselves virtues. So one might say that patience is a virtue because it's an exercise of several other virtues. There are different contexts in which patience is demonstrated. One way to distinguish types of patience is based upon the nature of the discomfort involved. The following threefold distinction can be made. First type is the patience that's needed when facing a nuisance of some kind. A person or a set of circumstances really irritates you and you love to complain about it, but you hold your tongue knowing that such a grievance will be petty or simple or simply compound the problem. That person at the office who is so insufferable annoying doesn't after all mean to pester you, and what good would it do to moan about those potholes in your street? So you quietly endure these things. Did you know you were being virtuous in doing so? A second type of patience is called for when facing boredom. Those who fall into a rut at work or home often experience discomfort over their uneventful routine. To those who don't struggle with boredom, it might seem absurd to suggest it could be a serious trial. But those who endure the plague of drab routine without complaint exhibit the virtue of patience. A third type of patience is the most serious and significant. It is the patience required when one suffers in some way, either physically or psychologically. If you're struggling with some disease or mental illness, then patience is required of you. Or if you must assist someone else who suffers, a family member or friend, then you are called upon to be patient, whether you bear the burden of affliction directly or indirectly. Your challenge is to endure that discomfort. This doesn't mean you shouldn't cry out in your distress. Scripture, in fact, advises us to do just that. So it's appropriate because the degree of discomfort in some situations warrants complaint. But this raises some important questions. What is the complaint? And which complaints are worthy? To complain is to make one known's irritation or frustration about some matter. This doesn't necessarily apply that we should say anything out loud. Usually we complain by speaking directly about the circumstance that bothers us. But we also complain in nonverbal ways, with a sigh, a huff, a shake of the head, or a roll of the eye. Many of us are quite expert at communicating our irritation in subtle ways to those closest to us, through means of that most people wouldn't recognize as complaining. But our target complainee, the person we complain to, gets the message, and that's all that matters. Which complaints then are worthy? Certainly it's legitimate to raise objections about conditions that are clearly unjust or impractical and need to be changed. But grumbling over things that are merely annoying or against one's personal wishes is petty. And complaining about things that cannot be changed doesn't qualify as a legitimate protest. So a worthy complaint is one that is neither petty nor pointless. Complaint to God is inappropriate only when its cause is insignificant. Major physical and psychological afflictions are significant. So patiently enduring them may actually involve complaint. Thus, complaining to God in prayer in such cases is not vicious but virtue. It is a useful complaint to someone who is sovereign and therefore a control of whatever concerns us. The Psalms feature several examples of godly complaints, such as the following. Oh, Lord, it's another page? My throat's drying out. Why, O Lord, do you stand far off? Why do you hide yourself in times of trouble? Self-explanatory. Why do you hide your face and forget our misery and oppression? I pour out my complaint before him. Before him, I tell my trouble. And in one of the darkest of biblical passages, the psalmist declares, from my youth, I have been afflicted and close to death. I have suffered your terrors, and I am in despair. Your wrath has swept over me. Your terrors have destroyed me. You have taken my companions and loved ones from me. The darkness is my closest friend. Psalms 88:15-18. This is indeed a complaint, but the severity of the suffering caused for it. Most importantly, God is the recipient of the complaint. So this is actually an act of faith on the part of the psalmist, affirming divine sovereignty even over his terrible pain. This point suggests yet another way to categorize patience, one premised upon the biblical idea that God continually sustains the whole universe. God governs every occurrence in nature. So even natural events, as it turns out, has a personal explanation, namely God himself. This means that all patience or impatience is ultimately patience or impatience with someone. Therefore, two categories of patience can be based upon the person or persons with whom we must be patient. Sometimes patience is human directed. Waiting your turn in line or in traffic certainly demands patience. Waiting for a teenager to mature can require an extraordinary amount of patience. In any case, whether a stranger is in your way, your coworker is pestering you, or your teenager is going through a period of acute self-righteousness, you must endure discomfort because of the other people. But even more challenging at times is the patience that God directed. In every Christian's life, there comes a time when one must wait upon God. Sometimes we must wait for a need to be met, such as finding a job. Other times we must wait for the satisfaction of a significant desire, like finding a spouse or conceiving a child. At other times we wait for God to fulfill a promise, to comfort during a trial, or to give us assurance for our forgiveness for some sin. In these cases, we must be patient with God. Why is patience so difficult? From a personal standpoint, I don't know which is more difficult. Exercising patience with God or other human beings. Both can be tremendous challenges, and none of us have perfected the art of being patient with each other or with God. In fact, I've become impatient with myself, a potentially third category we're considering, because I struggle in being patient with other people and with God. But patience is difficult in both cases. First, why is patience with other people so difficult? A natural response is all human beings are sinners and therefore selfish and annoying. But a psychological explanation also helps to explain why patience is so challenging. It concerns what philosophers call egocentric predicament, which is the natural human condition of being immensely aware only of one's own thoughts and feelings. All right, y'all, I'm tired. My voice killing me. That's a long article. If anybody wanna finish that article, I'm putting it in the chat right now. My throat hurt. Anybody have any questions? Patience. It's hard to be patient. I find myself losing patience with the computer. I found myself losing patience with the cat. I had the sheet over the door of the kitchen and told her to stay out of there. She kept sneaking in there, and then she would leave a hole, and then the heat would come from the kitchen through that hole, and it would add to what I was going through out here. So I decided, since we got 2 air conditioners, I'm going to take that sheet down and put that sheet over the radiator. So now, the kitchen is open. And guess what? She laying right here. Now she don't want to go in there. When I had it locked off, she wanted to go in there. Now I unlocked it. Now she don't want to go in there. You know? First time she went there, I fussed at her. And I feel bad about that. Now, it's 77 degrees outside. And it's 88 in here. So even with the heat, it's coming down. It was 96, then it was 91, then it was 89, now it's 88. So it's coming down. Naya said, thank you. What are you thanking me for, Naya? I tried to wait on you. But there's the link right there. That thing has 7 pages. But we might have to come back and do that as a Saturday sermon and start and go, you know, spend a whole first hour and a half on that. But my throat couldn't handle it. That's all. Let's take a music break. Anybody got any links? Put them in the chat.
Sermon, everyone. This is Brother Derrick, Minister Brother Derrick. And, you know, I want to talk to you. And I want to tell you things that you can use and things that'll get you to have a connection with Jesus and God. So I wrote this. So I hope y'all enjoy it. So let's get to it. St. John wrote that Satan accuses us believers before God day and night. The Lord depends on us to do what is right. But our flesh is not tough enough to stand alone. We lean on Jesus so that we're no longer prone. See, if you're slack, you're vulnerable to attack. In many ways, men today are slaves to the greediness of his flesh. Money, women, and cars, sports, pornography, and bars. But these are the things that God hates. So he separates and chastises us until we change our ways, humble ourselves, and pray. Remember, that house on the hill, you can't take it with you yet. That caddy with the grill, you can't take it with you yet. Those stocking dollar bills, you can't take it with you yet. Only your heart, your thoughts, and your attitude will prove your place in heaven or the fires of hell. I wish you peace, and I wish you well. It doesn't matter if you're rich or poor, your creed or race. By believing in Jesus, we're all coming to the same place. And that's good to know that God loves us all. Black or white, short or tall. He only asks us to be more like him. Then you won't want to sin. Let God into your heart and make a fresh start. You have a clean slate. Jesus' blood makes you pure in God's eyes. So stay vigilant and keep the evil at this world at a distance. Ignore the devil's resistance. Keep open as you slip. He chips away at your faith and strips away from God's grace. Believe in Jesus, he'll mediate on your behalf. The devil has many demons on his staff. Scowling, shouting things in your ear, chipping away at your self-esteem while you daydream. So be alert, get close to the Father, and tell Satan and his armies, man, don't even bother. But I say this, that house on the hill, you can't take it with you. That caddy with the grill, you can't take it with you. Those stocking dollar bills, you can't take it with you. Only your heart, your thoughts, and your attitude will prove your place in heaven or the fires of hell. I wish you peace. I wish you well. It doesn't matter if you're rich or poor, your creed or race. By believing in Jesus, we're all going to the same place. People are talking about struggling, saying life is hard, rough, you got to be tough. But there's nothing harder than standing up to God. Evil is rampant. Even in our nation today, morality is gone. That's why our society today And if you speak, you're labeled a fanatic, a Bible quoting, scripture quoting do-gooder, who's living in a fantasy world, waiting for a heaven that never comes. But God's will be done. You can't stop it. You're on the wrong side. Swallow your pride and humble yourself. Ignore the traps of this world. Study the word and let the knowledge affirm. Because I'm telling you, that house on the hill, you can't take it with you. That caddy with the grill, you can't take it with you. Those stocking dollar bills, you can't take it with you. Only your heart and your thoughts and your attitude will prove your place in heaven or the fires of hell. I wish you peace and I wish you well. This is Minister Brother Derrick, and this is the theme song for our Sunday sermon in the Bible study. Peace, everybody. Much love to you.
All right. Had another hymn selection. That's what they say in church. We just had a hymn selection. All right, y'all, let's look at some Bible verses about patience, and let's break them down together. Are there any verses? Yeah, okay. I wasn't expecting a preamble. Discover what the Bible says about patience. There are many beautiful Bible verses about patience we can look to for encouragement and comfort when dealing with difficult times. We are called by the word of God to have patience as we trust in God's plan. Learn the importance of perseverance and how we become less anxious by reading these relevant scripture quotes about patience. May these Bible verses calm and ease your heart and mind. Psalm 37:7-9. Be still before the Lord and wait patiently for him. Do not fret when people succeed in their ways, when they carry out their wicked schemes. Refrain from anger and turn from wrath. Do not fret it. It leads only to evil. For those who are evil will be destroyed, but those who hope in the Lord will inherit the land. Anybody want to tackle this verse? Come on now, I covered it earlier, unintentionally. That first line is about my lead-in. Then the driver took us down the daggone Tommy Road. Anybody want to break down the scripture? Last call. All right. Be still before the Lord and wait patiently for him. Self-explanatory. Do not fret when people succeed in their ways, when they carry out their wicked schemes. Remember earlier I talked about how other people on YouTube get more views than we do, have a bigger chat than we do. They seem themselves to be more successful. But they actually have a wicked scheme. We're supposed to be patient and not worry about what somebody else is doing. When we start worrying about what other people are doing, and we start trying to match them in their wickedness, it only leads to evil. So it says, do not get angry. Turn away from the wrath. Don't worry about it. It only leads to evil. You worrying about what somebody else doing when you know they taking the cheap way, when you know they doing something underhanded, when you know they haven't earned it. Don't get angry about it, and don't start hating them. Don't let it sit in your heart, because that's evil. You just as evil as they are. That's why I call it out and I keep moving. Go into something else. Don't want my heart to get evil. Because those that are evil are going to be destroyed. We got to avoid that. That doesn't make you a punk. If somebody calls you a name, you go about your business. You don't have to fight. All right, it's a hole somewhere because something made it in here. And son, if the bull acid don't get you, I'm going to get you. Now, somehow I got all that taped up. How did it get in here? I don't know how I got in here. I'm being honest. A little strong. Yeah, that's a little strong. Give me that. Come on back here again. Come on. Come back here again. Come on. Come on, get this work. I don't know how you got through all that tape. Come on. Where you at? Come on so I can take you out. Come on. I'm ready to fight. Where you at? Where you at, son? See, now it's running. It was just flying around my head. Now I'm ready to fight. That's what I'm talking about. I just saw him. Wake up. Yeah, you stupid. Ah, he didn't die. That ain't strong enough. Ah. Damn. He ain't. Ah, man, there he is. He just fell. There you go. Yeah, son of a gun. He'll be back. I popped him about 5 times. That daggone green screen. I got a double leg. He was able to make it through the green screen. There he comes. Ah! Ah! I just popped him in his mouth. Come on. Wake up. I just saw him. Wake up. I just saw him. Where you go? DQ wait until I sit down. He'll be back. Yeah, you know you did tonight. You did tonight. I'm about to get that spray bottle. I forgot what we was talking about. Isaiah 40:31. For those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and grow and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. Those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. Draw strength from the Lord. Connect your Holy Spirit. When you feel weak, lean on it. That's what it's there for. Don't lean on other people. Lean on the Lord, and He will send people. They will soar on wings. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. All that running around. I just did. I'm feeling it, but you know what? If he come back by here, I got something for him. I'm gonna bounce right back about the chair. I'm gonna bounce right back out the chair. Alrighty, there ain't nobody responding. Is anybody even still here? Are we having problems this time of night? Naya says, oh, Davey know what's going on. And her lazy fat butt should be up chasing them too. So obviously I didn't do a good job taping that hole because he made his way in. I didn't do a good job. He made his way in. I don't like that. But he can come in here and die because I'm going to get him. See, I'm still looking for him. He ran somewhere. He ran down here behind the table. I'll get him. That's the one thing. I'm going to get you. It might be 10 minutes from now. It might be an hour from now, but I'm going to get you. Matter of fact, let me see. What's our temperature now? All right, we still holding the 88. And it's 77 outside. I want to match the 77 outside. I'll be happy. Is this heat still on? Yeah, it's still warm. It ain't hot as it was. But I'm feeling it through what you call it. That water ain't got warm now. And it's our last bit of soda. Don't make sense to order nothing. They gave me some bad pens. See? It ain't working. And that's my last needle. So we're going to the pharmacy tomorrow. We got to get some more needles. And like I said, I can't take my insulin. That didn't make it easy. I can feel the fluid in my leg for not being able to take my insulin. I ain't happy about that, but you know, we're not gonna cry about it. We'll go ahead and put the order in tomorrow. So I don't know what time that man coming. So I might want to go down there early. But I was supposed to win out today. Oh, some of y'all owe me some money. Y'all told me to put offers in for these shoes. And ain't nobody donating no money. Now I was looking at shoes. Y'all said to put the offer in. And they kept declining it. And y'all kept saying go higher. Now we got these coming tomorrow. My Derrick Roses. And I'm gonna have on the burgundy shirt. And I'm gonna have on the burgundy short. Camouflage with the white and black. So we're gonna I'm probably gonna go to the pharmacy before then though. Yeah, I forgot about that part. Now, I could be a jerk. I could be a jerk and wait till the mail come and then go. But I think I should go in the morning. If I can get up, it depends on what time this man comes. If I can get up, I'm going to get up and go. All right, we still holding the 88. But these should be here tomorrow. Let me check. Oh, my bad. Oh. Tomorrow the 9th, right? Well, today it's the 9th now. All right. Today's gonna be here Thursday, but it's still in transit. So we'll have to see. Because if not, oh. I hate to say it, let me take something real quick. I get tired again. $30 a month for life, unlimited talk, text, nationwide network. Y'all ever heard of Altice Mobile? Oh. Oh. Nah, I didn't see that part. We don't want you. That was the best plan? Sorry, y'all. We looking at phone plans. Oh. Oh. See, that's what I don't like when they say that. Yeah. Oh. Huh. Oh. Alrighty, y'all, I'm back. I was looking at phone. What did you say, Naya? You have not done what? You haven't done what, Naya? If you talking about the shoes, I wrote to people and I told them that I accepted another offer and I ain't got enough money to do both. So I don't know if I'm gonna be penalized, but I really wanted to get those 3 pairs of Jordans, $30. We were straight. So already, y'all, it's 12:44 a.m. I don't know what time that man coming tomorrow. Let's do one more temperature check. Outside is still 77 degrees, and inside we're still at 88. Now we started at 96, so we down to 88. That sounds a lot better. We'd like to get down to the 70s, it would be great. But this is doable. Hopefully the man that comes fix the radiator tomorrow. But this is doable. Definitely doable. Yeah, I'm sitting there yawning. I still gotta go ahead and cook. I got them fat pork chops in there. I know it's gonna make it so hot in here. Ah. They want me to return his phone. I don't feel like going to the post office. I mean, it won't kill me. I just don't feel like going. And the other phone would have unlimited data. The Obama phone. It supposed to have unlimited data. It seems like the data work when it wants to. You got it 1 minute, they take it. You got it 1 minute, and you take it. Take it back. We'll start the show and they'll run fine for like 5 minutes and it stops. The sun was shining so bright that I didn't stay in front of the house. I drove around to the shade and the phone. It wouldn't do YouTube, so. But we got the footage, 360-degree footage on the show out there earlier today. All right, so y'all have a great night. Let me get out of here. I'm getting tired. And now he would say, see you soon. He said the cellular company much better. All the freezes we had tonight. We dropped 1,135 frames, which is 0.4%. That's not a lot, 0.4. I apologize for not wearing a dress shirt, but the dress shirt that I had ready for the day was long sleeve. So, and I had on a short sleeve shirt earlier, but I sweated. I was sweating doing that shirt earlier. That thing hanging in the bathroom, it was soaking wet. Had to rinse it out and hang it up. So already, y'all have a great night, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Matter of fact, depends on whether or not the man comes. Because we might go like around 10 in the morning. But if not, we'll go wait for the shoes to come. And I'll drive back around and I'll put the shoes on. And then we can go down to the pharmacy. Well, did you ever get a signal booster? I got a signal booster. Cost me $70, but I got it. Cost me $70. I'm thinking about going with Hello Mobile, or just send that phone back. Let me see. Make the switch for 1 month free. See, I hate this kind of website. All right. Oh, this on the plan. There you go. Where's unlimited? We need one. $25 unlimited? Get your second month free. free activation, unlimited talk, no hidden fees and taxes, save on each additional line, no contract, no credit check. Set effect. What do y'all think, y'all? I'm paying $40 right now. $25 per month, unlimited speed data. You don't get no hotspot? Oh, excuse me. All right. Oh, now you say I did not say that. You asked if anyone heard of the mobile company. I was answering no. Naya says, not yet. We thought we would wait if the merger would bring stronger signals. That's not a bad idea. But like I said, it still couldn't hurt to get an antenna. You know, you got to figure out what company you're going with first. That's the first thing. What phone company you with, Naya? Ain't you with Verizon? I don't see mine. Now we have this. This is the booster. That's what I have. My antenna is not like that. It's shaped like a dome. I know what I said. Oh, maybe I should get one of them kind of antennas. That daggone shame. Somebody got it with $55. I'm mad about that. Y'all know I'm mad about that. Where was you at 2 months ago? Oh no, it got the little rinky-dink antenna. I don't want that rinky-dink. Now see, this is the kind of inside antenna I got. But I had to put that one in the bathroom window, and then I got the flat. I got the flat white outside antenna. I got it sitting right here. This part right here, the white part, I got that sitting right here. Supposed to be outdoor, but I'm looking here. That's an outdoor. So, down there. Maybe I should buy one of them antennas. All right, I'm sitting here yawning. Let me get out of here. I'm yawning like that. It's time to go. Yeah, well, wait and see what company you go with. Oh, you a Sprint? Yeah, wait and see if they go GSM. Because T-Mobile might be better in your area. So keep me updated and let me know, y'all. But I'm getting tired. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'll say it again. As Naya would say, see you soon. As I say, see you later on today. Have a blessed and productive day. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Peace out.